and there will be a trained examiner who will be sitting right in front of you. That was mentioned above, and you were given 2 minutes to think about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna speak about my IELTS experience, how I studied for my IELTS in just 3 days, and how I scored 7 band. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. First, you need to know what is IELTS. If you don't know what's IELTS, IELTS is an international English language test. And this test has basically 4 parts, that is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. First, when you need to register yourself to IELTS exam, you have to pay around 12,000 rupees, that is 12 US dollars. uh, then you will get a slot, and you have to select the slots. Like, you will have speaking like 1 or 2 days before, reading, writing, or listening, or 1 or 2 days after reading, writing, and listening. So basically, speaking exam is kept differently for one whole day, and reading, writing, listening is for other whole day. So let's speak about speaking test. So for speaking test, it's basically like one whole room, and there will be a trained examiner who will be sitting right in front of you, and you're going to be you're interviewed one on one, and there will be no other candidates there. And what happens is, this exam goes on for 11 to 14 minutes. First part, there are this exam questions are basically divided into 3 parts. The first part is they ask about the introduction, they ask about yourself, tell me something about yourself, and then they ask about your schooling, about your parents, where do you live. These are the kinds of questions that you can expect in the part 1. They can also ask about what are you studying, what do you like about your course, and stuff like that, completely personal stuff. One tip that I would give is, don't get nervous and try to be respectful. Like, when you enter into the room, just make it a point to ask their permission and enter into the room. And even when you go and don't go and sit in the seat immediately, just ask her or wait for her, tell you to have a seat. So how I prepared for my speaking test is, I spoke for 3 days continuously in English, and I watched a lot of English movies, and I gained a lot of new words, and I tried to use that words in my conversations. I tried to improve my conversations, and that worked for me, and I am sure that will work for you. I also will suggest you, like, keep the friend in front of you, and tell her to interview you, and later you interview her. This way you can you can cover all possible questions that will be asked in your exams, and you can also get the best approach to answer this question. That's about part 1, you guys. Now let's go to part 2 of speaking test. In part 2 of speaking test, they'll give one question, and they will tell you to speak about that topic, and you will be given 1 more minute to think about the question and make some points. Example, like there will be something like about clothing. You have to speak about clothing for about 2 to 3 minutes, until she tells to stop or he tells to stop. Why I'm referring she is because my invigilator was a woman, so don't mind me. That's about part 2. Now let's go to part 3. In part 3, what you can expect is, the part 3 will be extension of part 2. So whatever you have spoken in part 2, that was that question that was mentioned above, and you were given 2 minutes to think about it. Now in part 3, what happens is, yeah, you'll not get the time to think about it. uh, she will directly ask the extensive questions, and you have to speak about 4 to 5 minutes about the topic. You have to stretch it, like anything. Even if you have no idea about the question, speak anything related to that topic. Don't just keep thinking. That will just make you lose your marks. They don't mind what you speak. What they actually see is how fluent is your English. So no matter if you speak something that is not even an answer to that question, but something related to it, then they're not gonna mind about that. They're just gonna see how persistent you are and how confidently are you approaching that question. That's it, you guys. Listening. This part is the one of the most easiest part if you have good concentration and observing skills. The first part, you will be having set of filling the blanks, and you have to listen to two speakers speaking, like having a conversation. Two speakers are having a conversation, and in between there will be a blank space. So you need to keep up with them, and along with that, you need to search for the answers when they are speaking, and you have to note it down immediately. You're not getting any time to listen and then uh, write down the answers, or you're not going to uh, what is past is past, you can't rewind the tape. So you have to listen attentively. It's only one go. If you have missed something, you have missed it, sorry. That's about part one. Second part is a monologue in the sense one person is speaking continuously, and you will be asked to fill in one or two sentence in the place of the blank letter. So here is also the same tip. You have to have full on concentration. You can't rewind anything. You have to listen at one go, and that's it. You have to put it in your paper. This, you guys, if you're losing some marks, you will lose a hell lot of marks in this section. If you're gaining some marks, you're going to gain hell lot of marks in this section. It's up to you guys. Now I will give you practice tips, like how you need to prepare for this exam. I'm going to give a link in the description about some YouTube channels that I referred to study. Now let's go to third section. Third section, you will be hearing about conversation between four people, or conversation of something of different topic. So you again, you I mean like listening. Fourth section also is about monologue. So listening whatever section you are planning to write, you have only one key, that is concentration. And concentration. Listen carefully, look at the answer carefully, understand at the same time, and grasp that opportunity. You guys, I know you can make it. And also use my tip. Just play the video in the TV screen and sit back, take a notebook, hold a pen, put on your glasses if you have some, listen to the conversation, write down your answers. That conversation will be going continuously. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 will be going on continuously. You also shouldn't stop, because you have no break in the middle. Continuously write down answers, and then at the end of the video there is answers. Check your answers. Yeah, I scored 25. Initially you will not score so good, because you will miss out many things, but with experience, you guys, you can achieve anything, and that experience takes just one day, so why not? Now comes the difficult part, which I found difficult, that is reading. I mean, like, reading, you will be expecting that school wala reading, like they'll be giving a summary, nice story, and then you'll have a bunch of questions. Pattern is same, but paragraph is very difficult to understand, and question is very difficult to answer. Okay, what I did, I referred this book again, put on my specs, read the paragraph, saw the question, answered. First it was really difficult, next, okay, next. Wow, I'm mastering it. That's what you have to do, guys. I just did this for one day. I practiced reading just for not even one day. I just practiced it for half a day. Reading, you need to just understand the patterns. Like, first they will ask the paragraph, they'll give a paragraph, and then they will ask you questions. Next they will ask you true or false or not given. This is the most confusing question in the uh, question. Like, is this sentence true, or is this sentence false, or is this sentence not given? Because they don't give you direct sentence, they give you indirect sentence, and you need to understand it, which is very difficult to understand. You have to understand it, and you have to decide if it is true or false. And if you think it's false, or it's not given. All the best. Second part is also the same thing, like you'll be given a paragraph and you'll be expected to write the question and answer. And in fourth part, it will be like mismatching. Match the following. You know what I'm telling, right? Okay. You need to match. I don't know how to. Now, before going ahead, if you like my video, please give a like button there. It is gonna it's gonna help me a lot. Please show some support and hit that subscribe button down there. Now let's go to writing. So one small tip, like if you start your exams usually will start afternoon, like from 1 to 4 maybe, and there will be no break, you guys. If you want to go to a pee break or loo break, then you have to go in between reading and listening. Like when listening, between listening and reading, there will be no break as such. You are just, taking some of that time from reading section, and then you're going to loo, and then you are missing so much time, and then you're writing your exam. That's like that. You need to do that sacrifice if you want to go. uh, okay, small tip, because you can't do it in writing section. You need all the time in writing section. Writing section consists of two. There are two tasks, task 1 and task 2. You should never waste more than 20 minutes on task 1, because you need, I will suggest you take less than 20 minutes on task 1, because on task 2 you will have a lot to write, a lot to think about, and lot of nice words to use. So you at least need 40 minutes for task 2. So what happens in task 1? Task 1, you are given some diagram. It may be a pie chart, may simply be some bar chart, or it may be the blueprint of the school or hospital, and you need to describe what you are seeing. You need to put it into a nice sentence. Um, the only tip that I would like to give for this task is practice. Just take all the examples from this book, practice. It's more than enough. It's really more than enough, because unnecessary things will be, like, even if you're practicing, it's of no use. So you just need to get an idea and use that idea in the exam. If you really want to practice something, please practice speaking properly, because you are going to fumble otherwise. Anyhow, in task 2 you will be asked questions like uh, problem solving questions, like global warming is increasing. What will you do for that? So that will be the question, and you have to write at least 150 words, and you should make it a point to write it out nicely, and use nice sentence, use nice, choice of words should be nice, and grammatic, there shouldn't be any grammatical errors. And if you follow all these things, then you're good to go. Also make it a point, not to use like however everywhere, hence everywhere, or beautiful, wonderful everywhere. Just try to use some special words. Just learn some alternative common words, alternatives, and go. It is going to be a lot help for you. And one small unnecessary tip, just wear that coat or sweater that you have before going into the exam hall. It is a lot, like, it's very much cold inside, and you have to sit there for 4 to 5 hours. Then why wouldn't you want to go to a bathroom if you have not put on your sweaters? So please make it a point, and also have your lunch and then go to the exam. That's it. If you want to see, if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, and I'm going to post a lot these days, so if you want to stay tuned, do subscribe and like my channel. Thank you.